Hello, good morning and welcome to Loughborough University. We have BUCS Big Wednesday for you. It is the wheelchair basketball final. Daniel Routledge alongside British basketball legend Hannah Shaw. Hannah, exciting game laid out in front of us now.
Super excited, both really strong teams that have had great seasons so far. Really looking forward to this one.
Well, these two teams have met once already in league play. That game was won by Loughborough 68-.
But Nottingham have not travelled far to be here.
Well, Nottingham were the winners in 2022, looking to get back into that winner's circle again today, up against the Loughborough team, as you say, trying to defend home court and undefeated in their 5 games in league and playoffs so far this season. Loughborough had a bye through the quarterfinal, saw off East London in the semi-final. Nottingham had to beat Cardiff in the first round and then beat Worcester by 8 points in the semi-finals to book their place here. And of course, on an occasion like this, sometimes players can get nervous, but there's a lot of experienced players out there who should be able to embrace the moment.
There's definitely a lot of experienced players out here. We've got a lot on the GB pathway. We've got James Hazel for Nottingham and Shane Humphreys. Ben Leach has been through the pathway as well. And then on the Loughborough team, we've got Anastasia Blees, Tom Harvey, Alex Wilson, just to name a few. Not to mention the wealth of experience we have on the sidelines with George Bates and Joe.
Yeah, Joe Bethwick at the other end. It's going to be fascinating just watching the two coaches. They obviously know each other really well, trying to outmatch each other on the court.
Do you think they're trying to out-psych each other now?
Probably. I'm not sure it's often customary 2 minutes before the game to be having a conversation, but having a conversation they are as they get set to go. And I was thinking a game like this in a final, it's really important first 2 or 3 minutes because everybody wants to have a touch of the ball, everybody wants a shot to go and just to get themselves into the game.
For sure, you want to get your shots, you want to get your touches, you want to get into some really nice rhythm, but also calm those nerves down. And everyone's going to have heightened anxiety, everyone's going to be really up for this. But can you manage that? Never too high, never too low. Can you just try to steady the field a little bit?
Well, that is exactly it. It's a great day. Well, 2 days, in fact, of sport here at Loughborough University with action going on across the sports all over the campus. There's everything going on you could imagine, but it's the wheelchair basketball that we are focusing on right now, and the two teams head back into their huddles and set for the final instructions from the coaches. So in this regard, Hannah, is it just about reminding them the first couple of plays or the defensive strategies or anything more than that?
I would definitely like to say defensive, but I probably need to take that idea home as well. Definitely defensive, get into your rhythm, don't let the other team get hot, because then it's really hard, especially in an environment like a final, to then cool them down.
Well, there are fans in the house from both Loughborough and Nottingham, and that's the other thing about a day like today. There's so many different sports going on that people sort of tour around. Where is our team playing next? And turn up there ready to make some noise.
Definitely, it's got great turnout. We've got face paint, we've got cheerleaders. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a very exciting game for these spectators.
Well, the 3 officials out there and ready to go. The 5's about to come out for the final of the wheelchair basketball here on BUCS Big Wednesday at Loughborough University, and it is Loughborough who have made it to the final, but can they use that home court advantage to their favour? Here we go then. The clock down to 0, the 5's coming out, and we're almost set to get things underway this morning. All the pleasantries being exchanged. You played in a few finals in your time, Hannah. Once the ball goes up, nerves dissipate, or do you need a bucket first?
No, nerves dissipate. It's just any other game on any other day. It's just you might get to take something home at the end of it.
Well, we got set to start here. Wilson and Leach will contest the opening tap.
It's time for tip.
And we are underway. Loughborough will get the opening possession of the ball game. Oh, wow, what a way to start. There we go, no nerves there.
Start.
Harvey just fires up the three on the opening play. You don't see that very often. Full court press being broken here. Leach trying to get to the rim, but well recovered by Loughborough. Slightly fading behind the basket there. Leach and off the mark. Harvey bringing it forward. Well, it's already shown need to get all the way out to him. He's got space here for the shot off the mark. Trying to chase down his own rebound, but Leach gets it.
It's great to see so many exciting prospects on the court. Fighting it out in the start of the game.
Pass a little too high for Humphreys to pull in, so Loughborough get it back. It certainly feels like Loughborough have started very confidently, very comfortably here.
It's that home court advantage.
Well, they certainly feel set for it, and the bank shot is good. That's first 5 points of the game for Harvey. Nottingham are going to have to up their defense on him, going to have to get a little closer to him.
He's certainly one to watch.
Loughborough pressing down court, and the other thing, other than trying to force a turnover, it's to get them late into the shot clock, although good ball movement and Nottingham on the board. First score of the game for Hazel. You can see how much easier it is for Loughborough to get it over the half court than it has been for Nottingham so far, Hannah.
Oh, definitely. Their defense is very high.
That shot misses everything and out of bounds for a Nottingham ball. But once again, Loughborough with this full court press. Dealt with okay this time by Nottingham. Tomlinson has it. On to Stan. Now Leach. Around it goes to Stan on the far side. Shot clock getting low here. Needs to go up for Nottingham. Leach gets it away on the buzzer. Doesn't quite get the roll. Easy rebound for Bright. It's going to be a foul. First foul of the game. Really, that was about the speed of Wilson to get into position to draw the foul. Definitely feels like Loughborough's offense is a little easier at this moment.
Just a little bit. They're certainly able to move the ball easier. They're cutting into space. And they're really working to get the shot that they want.
Well, they're going to have to work quick here because time is running down. Needs to go up. I don't think there was quite time for that extra pass, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Good stop from Nottingham. Kind of needed that because they're struggling with the offense at the other end. Just one score here in the first 3 minutes. Oh, tip in there. It's going to go back to Loughborough. Well, costly turnovers. Has a feel of a game where Loughborough looking to push the push the scoreboard here. Again, a lot of space behind the screen, and indeed time for Bright to line one up. He can't knock it down though.
Loughborough doing a great job here stopping Nottingham's transition.
Well, they've struggled a little in the half court, so they'll be trying to get out in transition, Nottingham, but they've not been able to thus far. That's good ball movement to find some position inside for Humphreys for two. Well, for as well as Loughborough have played here in the first 3.5 minutes, they only lead by 1. Another 3 ball goes up, but off the mark from Harvey. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunity not taken, and Leach comes away with it. Again, impressive transition defense from Loughborough. Tough shot, good challenge.
Oh, and they're getting out and going.
Knocked away. Loughborough able to recycle it out. Harvey has time, passes inside instead, probably had the better shot himself there, asked a lot of Brand. Tomlinson. Streaking away was Stan, gets the shot up, and Nottingham have their first lead of the game.
Stan is again another great player. He's got some international experience with Poland. He competed at the under-23s Europeans last year, where GB were the winner in the end.
Just had to get that one in there, didn't you, Hannah?
It's part of my job.
It is. Leach with the rebound. That bobbles about and out of bounds. Turnover again by Nottingham. Give the ball back to Loughborough. I was about to say they seem to have settled a bit, Nottingham, before that turnover. Nice pass. No score though. Ball bouncing about. Nottingham come up with it. Leach trying to get away. It's got to be quick here. It's going to be an 8-second violation. Doesn't get it over the half court in time, so it is an 8-second violation. And again, turnovers hurting Nottingham here in the early stages.
For sure, but they're doing a better job this last couple of minutes of playing with a bit more tenacity, a bit more aggression. And really getting Loughborough off there, not letting them get off easy shots.
Well, Bright misses the bank shot. That pass is a long way out in front. Leach not quite got the speed to catch that pass up. And again, another turnover. Holly Lowndes going to check into the game for the first time. No pressure down court from Nottingham. They're going to set up in their defense and try and protect the rim. It's almost like they're going to give the 15-foot jump shots. That one goes out of bounds for a Nottingham ball. Conversely, Loughborough putting the pressure on down court. And we're going to get the first timeout of the game to Loughborough, trailing 5 points to 6, and they started so well. Loughborough obviously hit a 3 on the first play of the game, but their offense has kind of stalled a little bit since then.
For sure, I do think Nottingham maybe started a little bit slow. They weren't getting in their face, they weren't trying to be as disruptive, and they've definitely picked that up. So maybe that is the reason why Loughborough haven't run away with it.
Well, he's been very aggressive with his defense, Coach Bates, in terms of pressing up court, and they've forced a lot of turnovers from that, but they just haven't really managed to profit from those turnovers, Loughborough. And that will be the thing, is they've had a lot more looks at the basket, a lot more possessions of the ball, and not really taken advantage of it.
No, that could be nerves though. It is, again, we did say it is the final. You are a little bit, your anxiety is a little bit more heightened, but I'm sure they're going to start dropping soon. But they are getting some good looks down the middle.
Yeah.
It's just bobbling out. It's so frustrating as well.
Well, back out from the timeout come the two teams. It's a Nottingham ball from the baseline. Again, Loughborough pushing the defense all the way down court. Stan in the corner, trying to work the pick and roll with Tomlinson. Nice pass, and there's a lane to the basket. Leach fires up, and Nottingham's lead moves up to 3. Harvey surveying his options. He's going to take the shot himself, off the mark. Well, that first one dropped, but he's not seen too much since then.
Maybe, again, he was wide open.
Yeah.
Is that Nottingham's tactic? We're going to let you shoot from outside. We're going to let you get those shots off and hope to get the rebound.
Well, it feels like it thus far, and there's a good shot from the other end of the floor. Stan knocking it down. Does feel like Nottingham are going to crowd the paint. They'll give you anything from beyond that distance. It's a tactic that's worked for them thus far, and it does so again on that occasion. Rebound for Stan. This time they've managed to get out in the open floor. Humphreys has to circle back out though. Each with the mid-range, off the mark. Harvey with the rebound. Nice pass. Lowndes underneath. Oh, want that bomb back. And here come Nottingham in the break. They haven't had too many opportunities for fast break points, but there's 2 right there.
No, it's definitely turned now. They're getting out. They're really punishing Loughborough's lack of transition defence.
Well, it was very strong in the early going from Loughborough, but Nottingham have had a few chances of late. Harvey knocks down the shot. They've been stuck on 5 for a long time. Loughborough got the first couple of scores down, looked very comfortable, led 5-2, but 10 in a row has Nottingham ahead. Loughborough able to quell that run. Not an easy shot that from Stan. Nice move from Harvey. Finds some room in the key as well. Thought about the shot, moved it on instead. In and out, but back in again for Jordan Bright. Again, Nottingham look to go quick here. Leach creates room for himself, gets his own rebound, tries again, scores at the second attempt.
And Hazel doing a great job boxing his man out, making that space for Leach to get to the basket.
Oh, good positioning.
Great pass as well.
Bright underneath for 2. Oh, an ambitious pass over the top, but the hand of Wilson deflects it away and out of bounds. I think they turned the shot clock off there. They were very close to the shot and game clock. Well, there's 16.3 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Nottingham with the ball and the lead.
Ooh.
Trying to find some room along. There didn't look to be enough space there for Leach, but he was able to find an inch or 2.
Oh, he's having a fantastic game leading this team.
Now the heave from half court is not too far away. Well, it started really well from a Loughborough point of view. They had the first 5 points of the game. They had the early lead, but 5 points in, what was it, the first minute or so, and then 6 points since then. The offense has really dried up.
It really has. Those shots, they're just not dropping. They are getting open looks. They are moving the ball well. It's just not converting, but Nottingham have done a fantastic job getting the ball to Leach, getting people out of the way so that he can get those open looks.
And Loughborough, with their pressure down court, were causing issues for Nottingham in the first 3 or 4 minutes, forcing turnovers. The turnovers seem to have slowed now from Nottingham, and when they can get out in the open floor, they've been pretty effective. And even in the half court, as the quarter wore on, I thought their half court offense was better.
Oh, definitely. And they're just them being able to get down the floor, get the spacing right. It's really pulling Loughborough out of how they want to defend. And it's, they've been able to convert those points.
Yeah. So if you're Coach Bates in this timeout, is it the defense or the offense that you're more concerned about here after 10 minutes?
I think it's defense, because I do think they're getting those shots. They are going to start converting. They're not going to miss continuously. That this is a team of quite a lot of very good shooters. Tom Harvey is going to start converting those points. And they just need to be come out with the same aggressiveness they came out in the first couple of minutes. Stop Nottingham from getting up the floor, getting those lanes. So yeah, definitely defense.
And I guess at some point, as you said earlier, they've had good looks. It's not like they've taken bad shots. There's been a lot of 12 to 15 footers that have been open, and they've just not gone in. And at some point, you feel like those shots will start dropping, and things will be going in the right direction.
For sure, there's still a lot of basketball to play.
Well, 10 minutes on the clock here for the second quarter. Nottingham with the possession arrow will get the opening chance here in the second quarter. Stan's going to fire up the three. Oh, wedgied it. It's not easy to wedgie from three. Well, who's going to get that down? That's the question. Have any of the referees got the athleticism to get up there and tip it off? No is the answer to that. You might have to go down there, Hannah. You're probably the tallest person here.
I don't practice on Wednesdays, so no jumping for me. I had to do the jump ball this week. I haven't done that in years.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you win, though? That's the question.
Yeah, we did, actually.
Oh, nice. There we go. That's the important bit.
One and done. Oh, great find.
Crowded out in the end, but a second chance for Wilson, and again crowded out of it. Good recovery from Nottingham. And here they go again, looking to push. It's down along the baseline. Oh, good hands. And a forced turnover. It looked like he was going to get an easy layup there, but Alex Wilson timed that well.
No, great work by Wilson there. The shot didn't drop, but he got his own offensive rebound, went up and then came down here, forced a turnover. He's another exciting prospect that we have. He represents Wales as well in the Home Nations. There's lots of exciting Home Nations competitions coming up, especially with the Com Games.
Oh yeah, that's next summer now, isn't it, the Commonwealth Games? Wheelchair basketball will be amongst the sports in the pared down version up in Glasgow.
It's basically a home games.
It is, yeah. Should be good. Late July, early August next year. Mark that down in your calendar. Rebound for Brighton. Away come Loughborough. Cut the gap to 3. Chance to do a bit more damage to Nottingham's lead. Harvey hiding behind the screen again. Shot clock getting low. That pass didn't have enough to reach Lowndes. Nottingham able to come away with it. Foul is called. Not been too many fouls in the game. What's the second foul of the game?
Could never be me.
No. You'd have had 2 by yourself now.
No, Shane Humphreys though inbounding the ball, another exciting prospect, one of the best young players to come out of Scotland in recent years. So again, really looking forward to watching him progress in the sport.
Nice cross-court pass and a beautiful shot. Not an easy angle to bank that one in, but it was well executed there by Leach. Oh, a little surprised that Bright turned down that shot. Well, there's a foul called at mid-court. Foul is on Harvey for the block. Well, they're going to give it as possession in the backcourt, which allows Nottingham a full shot clock. Anna Blees checking in for the first time. Oh, Leach surrounded by Loughborough players in the key there.
I'm surprised he even got the shot off.
Yeah. Blees is away. Knocked loose, that'll be a Nottingham ball. $13 points to 18. The score, 18-13 it should be really, but obviously they've put Loughborough down as the home. Oh, nice drive. And the finish, and one opportunity for Shane Humphreys. First free throw of the contest. Doesn't bounce favourably for him, so Loughborough come away with it. Blees at the free throw line. Baited into shooting it. That one rims out. She's a good shooter. I'm not sure I'd be taking that as a tactic.
No, she's certainly not someone you want to leave open.
Here's Leach. Well defended. He still gets his shot away. Lowndes with the rebound. Shot goes up and splashes in from Harvey.
And a great screen by Lowndes, helping Harvey get that space.
That feels like Loughborough's best option, those screens at the 45 for shots or shots at the top of the key. Nottingham definitely packing the paint to not let them get anything close in. Harvey. Nice pass. A little flat on the shot there from Wilson.
But again, getting two wheels in the paint, it's a good look for them. They're just not dropping.
Oh, big collision. Referee happy with, oh no, not. A late whistle, patient whistle. Offensive foul called. There was a big crash of chairs. Lowndes waiting for reinforcements. Here they come. Harvey again. Finds some room. Drops it off to Lowndes, who rolls to the basket for two.
Wonderful two-man game. Lowndes really getting deep in the paint. I'm finishing over a defender. I forgot the word there. That's how little attention I pay to defense.
Oh, she's also got good length, Holly Lowndes, and once she gets in the key, it's tough to put that shot off, but Nottingham get 2 points right back. Lowndes setting the screen. Harvey rolling round it. Foul is called, and that'll be 2 free throws for Loughborough, trailing by 5.
No, it's a good option, the two-man game between Harvey and Lowndes on that right-hand side. Really trying to punish Nottingham.
I think that foul was on Stan, and all 3 of the fouls I think against Nottingham have been against him. They can ill afford him to live with foul trouble. They're going to leave him out there for now. Tomlinson had her hands on the rebound. It was deflected away by a couple of Loughborough players. It'll stay. Oh, it must have. It'll go back to Loughborough. And there's a foul in there as well. I must confess I was watching the baseline. Didn't quite see what the foul was. Our referee come to the table just to check something out. Not quite sure what the issue is. Oh, they lost a few seconds off the clock, I think, putting them back on.
In a 4-point game, it all counts.
Well, looks like more than a few as well. We've gone up to 4:22. Well, it's Loughborough who are on the wrong side of that 4-point game, trying to do something about it here. Once again, it's all on that far side of the court as we look at it. Lowndes with the offensive rebound, just fading away slightly, overcooked it. Nice pass, and underneath for two is Humphreys and stretches the lead back out to 6. Lowndes brings it down court, temporary down to 4, but Bright's pretty quick back up onto his wheels. Lowndes rolling to the basket. Oh, somehow that one bobbles out. Stan Leach had to use his fingertips to catch that. What a finish that is from underneath the rim.
And he was surrounded by Loughborough players as well. Just a fantastic finish by him.
Just spun it up off the glass. Had to reach a long way out to avoid hitting the bottom of the rim. Blees cross court to Harvey. Nothing doing on that free throw line shot for Wilson. Stan over on the far side. Back to the free throw line for Humphreys, but his shot is off the mark. 2.5 minutes to play here. Loughborough with the ball, but down 8. Harvey's done most of their scoring. Back to Lowndes. Here's Blees underneath. Tip loose. Who did that touch last? It came off the hands, I think, of Tom Harvey, so it'll be a Nottingham ball. Leach has it batted away, but it bounces very nicely back into his hands for 2.
I think that was an assist off James Hazel's head.
Yeah, they all count. Poked away. Leach is first to the loose ball. And there's going to be a foul there. I think that was a frustration foul as much as anything else from Harvey.
Well, this is a completely different Nottingham team to the one we saw in the first 2 minutes. They're being aggressive. They're taking Loughborough out. They're making them really uncomfortable. And they've got a 10-point lead to show for it.
Yeah, it feels like the whole thing flipped after about 2-3 minutes. Like Nottingham needed just something. All those turnovers they had in the first couple of minutes as well. Hazel, now the ball is popping. Tricky one there underneath from Humphreys, and Loughborough come away with it. Kind of need a score or two here before half time. And that one's off the mark. Those shots were dropping earlier on. Jordan Bright can get that one to go. Stan driving in, getting to the rim. Foul is called, he'll shoot 2.
Oh, great job by the Nottingham players there, taking Loughborough out so Stan could get that, I wouldn't say easy, but a more open lane to the basket.
Can't stretch the lead on the first one. Second one is good, so 11 points, the biggest lead of the game for Nottingham, with only a minute to go to halftime. Blees at the free throw line. Well, they gave her a sighter earlier. She wasn't going to miss again.
I think she might have taken it personally.
Yeah.
You better defend me.
Well, they'll have to get a hand out there now. Stan from range knocks it down comfortable. Well, Loughborough needing a score here just to get it to single figures before halftime. I think they're going to try and milk some of the clock. Not allow Nottingham time to go back the other way. Got to find a good shot at the end of it though. Oh, nice pass. Good extra ball movement. And that is a good shot. Is there time for Nottingham to go quick? I don't think there is. And that will do it. But a very good first half for Nottingham here. Took them 3 or 4 minutes to get going. They only had one basket to show for the early exchanges, but once they got going, they definitely looked like the team with the better rhythm.
Oh, for sure. They are moving for each other. They are getting off great looks. Their finishing has been incredible. Loughborough is still getting those looks. They're just not converting, but they did a great job there managing to keep this game within 10 points, because that's what you want to do when you trail in. Get to the half, keep it within 10, keep chipping away, and hopefully get close enough to challenge at the end.
Well, the other thing is, you think Loughborough defensively started this game really, really well. They had all of those forced turnovers, and it looked like that was going to be the story of the game. Could Nottingham even get a shot away? And Loughborough don't seem to have maintained that through the half.
No, home advantage, who cares, really? Nottingham just again doing a fantastic job. They did come out slow. I think maybe it's the event, it's the occasion, it kind of gets to you a little bit, but settled into the rhythm and said, no, you know what, we are going to do a better job taking care of the ball.
Oh yeah, they had that three on the first play, scored on the second, first 5 points of the game. So I guess if you take that first 2 minutes away, it's 31-17, which is pretty comfortable. And well, plenty of questions for George Bates and his team to answer here at half-time. And it feels to me like the biggest adjustment is probably defense, because that's going to lead to some cheap points in transition and a chance to get the scoreboard ticking that way.
For sure, they need to slow down Stan somehow, because the Nottingham players are doing a great job getting him easier looks at the basket. So how can Loughborough really slow them down?
Well, we're at the half here at Loughborough University, and it is Nottingham who lead Loughborough by 31 points to 22 in the wheelchair basketball final. Hannah and I will take a short break, and we'll be back with you in 6 to 7 minutes time. BUCS Big Wednesday here at Loughborough University. We've got the wheelchair basketball final for you now, and it's Nottingham who lead Loughborough at half-time by 9 points, 31 points to 22. And, well, it's a bit of both worlds for Loughborough. They've really got to try and find some way of scoring the basketball, because ultimately they're going to need probably at least 40 points in the second half if they're going to win.
For sure. They were getting the shots. Things were just bobbling out. They weren't quite the right angle. It just wasn't dropping. So I do think the second half they're going to come out a bit more aggressive. The shots are going to start dropping. You can't have a poor shooting day all game. Well, you can, and it's going to be horrific if it happened. But I'm really hoping they can pull it together.
Well, as you say, the quality of the looks that they got was pretty decent. They sometimes I think they actually turned a few down that they might have, but it feels like Nottingham are prepared to give up that free throw line shot if you want it, and are not overly aggressive at diving out behind the screen on the wings. So that shot is there, but they're not prepared to give up anything in the paint.
No, not at all. So we'll see if those shots can start dropping now for Loughborough. That, as you said, the picks on the side, on the wing, they're good looks for Loughborough, and that wide open space at the top of the key.
Well, I think both teams forgot which way the ball was going, because they all set into a defensive position at the wrong end of the floor. We're underway for the second half. Nottingham with the opening possession of this third quarter. Leach, who was pivotal to what they were doing in the first half, crossed to Stan, who likewise was their main offensive output, but that shot is off the mark. Here's Harvey again working with Brandon, that low block. Fading away, so it's a tough shot there for Wilson. Well, they took out the press completely there with a pass to half court and Stan. Nice little roll to the basket from Hazel, but unable to drop it in. Well, it's basically the same players last time. The only difference is Wilson wasn't fading away this time and able to hit the shot.
No, again, though, a great two-man game on this side to get the lift in Wilson on the weak side and converts.
They need some stops to go with the score, though. Tomlinson rolling into the basket, unable to get enough on that shot to trouble the rim. Beautiful play at midcourt. Zip pass into Wilson, had players either side of him unable to convert. Eight-second violation, didn't quite get that one across half court in time.
I'm not sure you can argue that when the clock says 15.
When the clock says 15, you've not got much of an argument, particularly with these shot clocks where actually 16 is the value. It's not one of the 10th shot clocks where you do need to see 15. Nice pass. They're getting low on the shot clock. It's got to go up here. Just away in time, rims out, but Loughborough with a second chance opportunity. Harvey fires up the shot, and they've cut it down to 5 here, Loughborough.
They're doing a great job of being patient and getting the right shot. and finally started to convert.
Tomlinson at the end of a good fast break gets her own rebound, recycled out to Leach. He can't convert. Tipped about and Brand has it. Harvey again living behind the screen, can't knock that one down.
Tomlinson's doing a great job getting herself in the position, in a good rebounding position.
Yeah. Doing a great job trapping Harvey out at half court as well, which allows Stan to roll to the wing. Nice block. Oh, yep. I thought for a second the referee was calling a foul, but it is an out of bounds. It's good hands by Bright.
Great defence by the Plymouth Fusion National League player. He's having a great season down on the southwest.
Well, Nottingham with 2 seconds here to get a shot away. Well, they didn't need any of it. It's just a catch and shoot job right there to push the lead back to 7. Bright squares up to the rim, fires it up off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound grabbed by Leach. Out of bounds, and that will go back to Loughborough. It's been a decent start to the second half for Loughborough. Can they make yet further inroads into this deficit, though? Wilson at the free throw line. Nice roll to the basket. Brand setting the screen, rolling well for 2. Stan's pass is a little too high there. Chance for Loughborough in transition. Here's Harvey. Slowing it down to lay it in for 2.
Tried to bait the foul there,
I think he was, yeah. Just slowed it down a little more than he needed to see if he could get an and-1. But he gets the 2. That's the most important bit of it. And he's forced Nottingham into a timeout here. As Loughborough have definitely had the better of the opening 5 minutes here of the second half.
Oh, he's done a fantastic job. Just having a bit more confidence, taking good shots, having a bit more patience, and really working the ball around to get the best option for them.
Well, this is the thing. They've when you get behind at some stage, you need one run to get you back into the game, but you need a second run to get yourself on top. And that is always the challenge when you're playing from behind. And Nottingham have a chance to regroup here. Just find themselves back into a rhythm. Don't know if they've been speeded up a little bit by Loughborough here in the third quarter, maybe.
Yeah, their defence does seem to have made them rush a little bit, try and force them into taking maybe off-balance shots or not the best opportunities.
Well, it's a 3-point game. Nottingham still with the lead. We had a double-figure lead in the first half.
Nottingham break their full-court press easily.
Feels like that's the best way of doing it, just the long pass. And 2 much-needed points coming out of the timeout for Shane Humphreys. Harvey has got a lot of time and space to think about that one. Tomlinson with the rebound. Nice pass. Not an easy shot either at the end of it. Leach slightly fading behind the backboard. Suddenly they come out of that timeout with 2 scores.
Yeah, Loughborough were doing a great job trying to get theirs in, but they really need to stop the bleeding a little bit with Nottingham.
Harvey this time does knock down the 15-foot shot. And that's their route back into the game. If they can knock down 15-foot shots. Stan into Leach, close in, too strong but fouled in the process. First free throw rims out. Second one does as well. So Loughborough with a chance to cut into this deficit again. Here's Harvey. It's like they're going to give him those shots and see if he can make enough of them.
They're not quite picking him up early enough. They're packing the paint when somebody needs to get out and stop Harvey from getting inside the three-point line.
Good ball movement. Excellent play from Nottingham. Humphreys on the end of it. And, well, whatever Joe Bestwick said in that timeout, they've righted the ship, Nottingham. Wilson with the 10-foot shot from 15 feet there. That was a long way short.
Great handoff though, and they are getting they're still getting that open space at the top.
Again, the long pass takes out the Loughborough press. Leach over to Stan. Fires up the shot and knocks it down. Well, that 3-point lead that they had looked a bit precarious, but it looks a lot better now at 9. Well, they're giving him that shot. He's not making enough of them. They're taking their chances with Thomas Harvey, but he's not quite punishing them for giving the space.
No, they had a bit of luck at the start of the third where they were passing the ball out of the two-man game, getting over to the weak side and getting those open shots. So maybe they're going to go back to that.
That's a difficult pass there to try and find Leach in the middle of 3 Loughborough shirts. Loughborough doing a good job of pinning Leach in the backcourt, so they're going to go to work now. In the end, they have to cycle it back out. Low shot clock here. Needs to go up. Not sure there's time for a pass. There isn't. And it's a shot clock violation against Loughborough. And that's going to cause a timeout for George Bates here. And we saw that timeout from Joe Bestwick when it was down to 3. His team came out, responded, pushed it back out to 9. And Well, George Bates will be hoping for something the same here.
Yeah, definitely. They did a great job getting it back. A really, really fantastic job. It's just dropped the energy, the effort's dropped a little bit, and again, the shots just aren't dropping. But they've got to find another solution. I really don't know what they're going to try and pull out here.
Well, it's almost like they're taking the shots that Nottingham want them to take. Nottingham are going to live with certain shots they're going to give up, and at the minute they're not making enough of them, Loughborough, to make Nottingham change their mind on that.
No, not at all. You want to pick someone, if they're not having the greatest shooting day, let them shoot, get the rebound and get out in transition. It is a solid tactic and it is working for Nottingham right now.
And the other thing is that press that was causing Nottingham some issues in the early stages of the game. They seem to be able to break that with one pass now. And then that gets them into their half-court offense. And they've moved the ball really well as well, Nottingham, at the offensive end.
For sure, they're sharing the ball, they're getting in great space and they're hitting their man on screens. They're really playing great team basketball. But it is still only 9 points. You'd think it'd be more.
Yeah. And there's still 11 minutes to go in this contest. Oh, good recovery from Harvey just to get a fingertip. Tomlinson was open. Well, that was another decent look, but Bright can't knock it down. Humphreys passing it inside, but falls to Brand. Away come Loughborough. That's a really tough shot. It's great defense from Leach. Really turned the lights out there, and might be one offense each left in this quarter. And it's back to double figures. Loughborough had got it down to 3 in this quarter, but it's 11 once again. Just a few ticks left if they can get it close enough. Seen Harvey hit a 3 already. Goes over to Wilson, gets it away before the buzzer, and while it scores, and they did so much hard work at the start of that quarter. But they're right back where they were at half-time. Loughborough in a hole. Nottingham looking in control, having recovered that timeout from Coach Beswick and really turned it back around when things weren't going their way. And now they're 10 minutes away. They just really need to do what they've done for the previous 3 quarters for 10 more, and they'll be the champions.
Definitely. They can almost taste it now. It's so exciting. But again, it is only 9 points. We saw how quickly Loughborough were able to get themselves back into that game. It was just, as you said before, it's that second push. Can you get yourself in, and then can you get yourself over the line? There's a really much-needed basket by Wilson there. Great find by Harvey from the top. I actually thought he was going to pull it from really deep. I got very, very excited. But this is a great game so far. What do you want?
I guess the thing from Nottingham's point of view, they're thinking, right, actually, if we can just win the first 3 minutes, we might break their spirit. They might start thinking, oh no, we're running out of time, we're too far down. And it is 9 points, but they've only scored 34, so they're going to have a quarter that's out of proportion with everything that's come before. And I guess they've certainly got the ability to do that, but will they have the belief? And that's why I think Nottingham here, these first 2-3 minutes, really important for them to try and put this one away. Oh,
definitely crucial for them to come out, have a really solid start, keep up that aggressiveness on defense, and keep being confident in your shooting ability. Stan isn't thinking twice when he's catching that ball, and that is what Nottingham need him to do.
Well, he got in early foul trouble. They never took him out of the game, and he's not looked like being in any more since then.
He's just not playing hard enough.
Well, Loughborough with 10 minutes to try and save themselves here. Trailing to Nottingham by 9. They will have the first possession of the fourth quarter.
Final quarter, here we go.
They got the last score of the third. Can they get the first score of the fourth? Conversely, if Loughborough can just start Well, Harvey's going to fire up a 3. Not quite. That would have been some start to the fourth quarter. Here is Stan. Down low to Leach. Back out to Stan. Offensive foul is the call. It's on Leach. So Loughborough get the ball back. But with these stops need to come scores if they're to get themselves all the way back into this game. Good offensive rebound and the putback as well. Jordan Bright, right place, right time. Humphreys, nice pass. Hazel, too much on the layup.
Looking for a foul there, but it just looks a bit like he overcooked it.
Nice pass, and Brand is there. And suddenly it's a 5-point game. And Loughborough have that belief again. They've won the first minute, that's for sure. Psychologically, Nottingham could do with the score here. Shot clock getting low. Leach is going to have to heave one on the buzzer, gets it away and gets it in. Big shot.
Oh, that's disheartening for Loughborough. Did such a great job. Played 23 seconds of really good defence and then that right at the end.
Oh, Ben Leach with a massive shot there. Could have potentially been Loughborough coming the other way, looking to make it a 3-point game. As it is, they're still up 7 Nottingham. Now it's Loughborough late into the shot clock. Tomlinson with the rebound. Nice pass, Hazel underneath for 2. Just a well executed pick and roll there, and suddenly it's back out to 9, and that good first minute from Loughborough has turned into a good minute and a half from Nottingham.
No, Nottingham don't seem phased when they get that close.
3-second violation, the call. Trapped in the middle of the key was Alex Wilson, and he didn't get his shot away in time. Blease returns to the action for Loughborough, but it's Nottingham who have the ball, and Nottingham who have the 9-point lead and are only 7 minutes away from being the BUCS champions. They need to keep doing what they've done to this point, though, because sometimes you can see that finish line and start doing different things. Here's Stan. Well, that's what he's been doing all game, knocking down shots.
It's been clinical from mid-range.
Yeah, he has. Harvey this time driving into the key, called for the offensive foul. And you just wonder whether he's trying to do something different because he's not quite made as many shots as he would like from that.
Oh, I think that's the first time I've seen him in the paint today.
Yeah.
Anna Blease, though, turning down an open shot at the top. She's had success there. We know she can hit that.
Third foul, by the way, on Harvey. Stan. Oh, absolutely on fire. And if they do win this game, Nottingham, the number 8 will have more than played his part in that victory. Brand. Blease over on the far side baseline. Shot a little long. Can Brand beat it to the sideline? No, it's Stan who gets there. And you feel like they've weathered that early storm. Oh, nice. Fortunate bounce. And but a missed layup. An opportunity there for Leach. He doesn't miss too many of them.
No, very lucky for Loughborough there. Bright nearly got a hand to it, but still comes up with it.
Turnover. Five and a half to play here. Stan looking to try and give Nottingham the biggest lead of the game, and does exactly that. And the timeout, I think, is going to be called. Well, that first minute was the minute that Loughborough needed on that they wanted to cut the gap, and then since then they've kind of got stuck. And Nottingham, whenever the question's been asked, they've responded today.
They certainly have. It's almost like they're trying to make it a spectator game. Come on, you get a bit closer to us and then we'll show you how good we really are.
Yeah. Well, I said it a minute or two ago, the important thing now, they've got 15-point lead, 5.5 minutes to go. Just keep doing what you've been doing to this point. Don't try and overthink it. No. Try and burn off more clock or anything like that.
Don't get complacent, but also don't try and get too flashy. Don't try and show out.
Yeah. Well, it's never easy when you're in a final and you're in this sort of situation to sort of block out the scoreboard and just keep playing as you were playing. And the other thing is the other team will start to channel some desperation here. They'll probably try a few things more than they would have earlier in the game because they're running out of time.
It is now or never, so we're going to go see some hero ball.
Well, last chance saloon for Loughborough here. 5:23 on the clock. And let the ball roll so the clock doesn't tick. Harvey's been given that shot all game. And that's not what you want out of a timeout. Reach over to Stan. Stan again. Doesn't get the bounce this time. Please with the rebound. Looking to go herself. Side to side it goes. Back over to Harvey. Rebound by Stan. He's got a lane to the basket, but it's quickly filled, so he circles back out. Hazel finds some room and lays it in for two.
Lovely corner, lefty finish as well.
Well, hero ball is the time of the day, as you said a minute ago, and they got a three there from Jordan Bright. Might have been a long two, was it?
I think it was a long two.
Well, he was hoping it was three, but just got those wheels on the line before the ball was released. I think another one's going up here. This time he's making sure he's behind the arc. Doesn't go for three though. Harvey with the rebound. It's knocked away from him. Bit of a melee underneath. It's going to be a hell ball. Possession arrow favouring Nottingham, so they all get it back.
I think it was 4 pairs of hands going for that one.
Yeah. It's not wheelchair rugby. Lowndes is going to check back in.
So are Nottingham going to burn the clock here?
Well, that's perfect. Just take a little bit of time off, but when you get an open layup like Shane Humphreys had there, you take the points. Harvey for three, knocks it down. Well, he made one early in the game. That's his second. Oh, there's a big collision off the board. I don't think the referee saw it, but Harvey ended up on the floor. But Nottingham, they don't mind trading scores right now.
There's nothing wrong with trading scores when you're up this many at this point in the game. Don't do anything crazy. Oh.
Harvey again going for three. Well, each had two goes at it. Eventually called for a 3-second violation. Not overly convinced by that one. Doesn't really matter.
3-second call is my least favourite.
Yeah.
So.
Just thought the shot went up on the first one, so.
Did have three bodies around him.
Yeah.
Can you kick it out? Can you get a more open shot?
It's a Loughborough ball, but there's only 2:25 on the clock, and they've got to find 16 points in that 2:25 somehow. And this one's going up again. Off the mark.
Well, they're going to come up with the offensive rebound. Great job by Blees.
Keeps it alive, but it's stolen right back by Leach. And we're into the final 2 minutes. 2 minutes separating Nottingham away from being BUCS champions for the second time in 4 years. And this man has been a big part of it, Stan. He can add to his personal tally. Harvey cutting down the lane is caught on the layup and will shoot two.
Leach very unhappy with that call.
Well, timeout is called, 1:29 to go. I assume it's Loughborough that's called this timeout. It might actually be Nottingham. Just make sure you don't do anything silly here with 1:29 to go. Worst case scenario, you're going to be down 14. Just get the ball, don't turn the ball over, get it into the front court, and don't worry about it after that. In some ways, even 24-second violations are okay from here.
That's fine, just you need to burn the time off the clock. Try and take those opportunities away from Loughborough for them to get anywhere near you.
Well, they must be not quite in celebratory mood, but they're almost there, Nottingham. Almost over the line. I don't know if it's my imagination, but there seems to be more Nottingham fans here than there were at the start of the game, whether they've got word of the score and quickly...
I think a mass message has probably gone out.
Well, Harvey at the line. Got to make these two. And then hope you can force some turnovers.
Much needed point there.
Bags them both. Now they've got to somehow steal this ball away. Everybody in Nottingham's backcourt. Hazel's able to break away and get across midcourt. Will he go all the way? Dumps it off.
No, but great to see Nottingham have managed to get their bench in. They've played with their rotation so they can get everybody on the court today.
Give everybody an opportunity. They're all going to get a winner's medal in a minute's time, that's for sure. And they're all going to have played their part in this final. And you have to say, as Harvey just about keeps that in play, and we'll run it back for a layup. But for the first 2 or 3 minutes, Nottingham have been thoroughly deserving of this victory.
For sure. That first 2 minutes, I think maybe the occasion got to him, but they have certainly rallied and come up at the end. They have played a really, really great 38 minutes of basketball.
The other thing is they had to weather a couple of storms. Loughborough came at them a couple of times and got it back into a close margin, but it shows you the mental resilience of the team. Nottingham, every time they did get it close, immediately went on a 6-0 run or an 8-2 run or a 10-2 run.
For sure, you've just got to try and keep as much space as possible between you.
Well, that one goes out of bounds. Loughborough have the ball, but there's only 8.8 seconds to go. 8.8 seconds separating Nottingham from victory. There'll be one last three heaved up here by Harvey. It doesn't go, and they'll have to inbound the ball, Nottingham, with 1.3 seconds to go. But the celebrations can begin in earnest. Coach Bestwick high-fiving all of his players, and now the celebrations can begin as Nottingham are the BUCS champions for 2025. They've beaten Loughborough by 59 points to 49. They've avenged that defeat from earlier in the season by the same margin as well. And they've done it in the biggest game of the season to claim the championship. And a really, really good performance from them. Stan in particular shot the ball really well, helped them build that lead.
For sure, and Nottingham are a relatively new programme to wheelchair basketball. They've only been going for a few years, and it's great to see how well they're doing now. Both universities have committed a lot of time and effort to wheelchair basketball, and you can see with them both being here at the final, putting in such a fantastic effort, how well it's paying off.
Well, the two teams will embrace and congratulate each other, or Loughborough will congratulate Nottingham. And the one upside of playing the early game is you've now got all day to celebrate.
That is true. Not like a 7 o'clock tip.
Yeah. And there will be plenty of celebration for Nottingham as they go back into their huddle. Smiles all round, and as I say, it feels like everybody here, I'm sure it was 50-50 at the start of the game in terms of the spectators, but it feels like everybody here is of a Nottingham persuasion now.
It has dwindled out a little bit from the Loughborough end, but both universities are competing across a multitude of sports today. These are two huge sports universities, and the amount of things you can go and watch today is phenomenal. Just want a big shout out to our referee crew today. We've got Dave Woods, Ross Bain and Sean Williams doing a fantastic job in what was a very exciting game.
Yeah. Weren't too many fouls in the early stages as well. Felt like it was going to be an easy day. There's one or two things got a bit more difficult as the game went on, but yeah, good job. And just love the fact that you're shouting out referees.
I always shout out referees. If you're nice to them, they don't call stuff on you.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
Or you can say what you want, but if you say it with a smile on your face, you get away with it.
Well, Coach Bestwick talking to his team, going through presumably everything that went well, because there weren't too many off moments for his team in this game. They thoroughly deserved it, and 10 points feels about the right sort of margin in the end, because they were at times threatened, at times they looked like they might get away, at times it looked like Loughborough might get it back, but somewhere in that 8 to 10 range feels about fair reflection.
For sure, and I think if these two teams kitted up and played again tomorrow, we'd be looking at maybe another 10-point swing the other way. You know, Loughborough did not have a great shooting day today, but they were getting those open looks. A couple more of those go in.
Yeah.
It's a completely different ballgame.
That's the thing, isn't it? You think back, and Loughborough, as you say, didn't make shots that they would normally expect to, and Nottingham, particularly Stan mid-range, seemed to knock down everything.
No, and Ben Leach did a great job controlling the ball, being a presence in the paint.
Well, the trophy has made its way out onto the court as we continue to look back at some of the highlights. So the presentation is only a few moments away here at Loughborough University. Disappointment for the locals, but Nottingham claiming victory here.
Now, do you stay here and watch your other sports and celebrate with them, or do you go back now and start celebrating?
I think I'd probably stay, and so I'd start the celebrations here whilst watching the other sports.
What is better?
Wander around with my medal on, show everybody.
A whole day of live sport as well.
Yeah. Because if you've got your winner's medal on, surely you get congratulations everywhere you go.
Oh, for sure.
That would be my tactic. I'm assuming you'd do the same thing, Hannah.
Yeah, I love a party.
Yeah. And the other thing is, if you can go and find another sport where your university is winning, then doubles the party.
Exactly. And this is two universities that are going to take home a lot of medals today.
And I think we've just got the final setting up of the trophy and the book being signed to make sure that it is official. The result, referee's checking nobody's made a mistake anywhere along the line.
No one's putting in a protest?
No, I don't think so. And I think we're about set for the presentation party. You can see they're out there now with the medals and the champions banner. Here we go. So it'll be.
All right, then, Loughborough University, it is almost time for our ceremony.
The runners up first.
We present the medals to the players, and indeed our MVP award. One group we do have to thank is our officials. So if we invite those.
Well, actually, it'll be the officials, of course.
I already did it.
Yeah.
Beat you to it.
Yeah.
Match officials.
So if you were one of the referees, you go around the campus with your medal on.
Go. It's more of a participation trophy, isn't it?
But without them, we wouldn't have a game, and our table officials and our match referees will also go up and get their mementos of the day.
No, and as much as we all want to play, some of us really enjoy officiating as well. So if you have been inspired and you would like to get involved with officiating, please do contact us, because we would love to have you and show you how exciting this sport is.
Always working, Hannah.
Always. But I am going to go watch some more live sport after this, because why not?
Well, our officiating crew have now all got their medals. I assume they get a little photo together as well as they're all out there.
Officials love a team photograph.
Yeah. Oh, they were waiting for one. There was no camera person.
They're always ready, though.
Yeah.
Always.
Once again, please put your hands together for our match officials. And now the presentation official 2025 championship game MVP.
Well, they're going to go with the MVP next. Where would you be leaning, Hannah?
I think Stan.
Oh, I think you're right.
14 efficiency at the rim. Wearing green and golds, number 11, Ben.
Oh, it's Ben Leach
You know what?
as the MVP. It was a bit of a coin toss between those two.
Very much so. Both of them had a fantastic game and really do lead this team well.
Well, Ben Leach gets the golden basketball and the little certificate, poses for the camera. 24 points in total for him to earn MVP honours.
Let's hear it one more time for your MVP in the championship game, Nottingham's Ben Leach. And now time to congratulate our runners-up.
So now the medals for the runners-up, Loughborough
University.
just falling one game short. They've played so well this season, beat everybody in front of them, won a lot of comfortable games along the way as well, but today couldn't get enough shots to drop.
No, really unfortunate. I do think if we play this again, it's probably a very different scoreline, but you know, they did well to keep it within 10. There was points where it was looking like it was Nottingham were going to rack up the points and push for a bigger lead, but then Loughborough did hit some shots in really crucial moments.
Well, you just did wonder that first minute of the fourth quarter, they had that little bit of a spell, scored the first 2 or 3 scores. Might it be the run that they finally needed? But Nottingham had an answer, as they had all game, and were able to pull away, and it was actually reasonably comfortable down the stretch. Last 4 or 5 minutes they had a double-figure lead, and in that situation there's almost no bad options at the offensive end. If you run clock, if you take an early score, and now
Nottingham's on-court entourage has definitely doubled in size.
it has. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not sure there's a medal for everyone.
No, I don't think there is. There's a lot of people in and around the players, but it is the players who are going up now to go get their medals. And as you say, everybody was out on court and gave a little contribution of some level or other, and they've worked hard all year to be here, and they all will enjoy this moment.
Oh, for sure, and it's such a deserved moment as well. They played a fantastic team basketball today. And I don't think that's the last of the University of Nottingham we're going to see in this competition. So they've built such a great programme, and with Joe Bestwick leading it, they're only going to keep getting more and more trophies.
Well, they certainly will be the team to beat next year when you're the champions. Everybody knows that and wants to come and take a shot, so they will wear that crown with great distinction over the next 12 months, I'm sure. And they will hope to be, well, back here again in the final game in 12 months' time. But deserved champions for 2025. Just one last presentation to be made, that of the trophy.
That's Captain James Hazel going out to pick it up. I think this is his 4th year competing in BUCS.
Well, he's just gone and grabbed it himself back to his teammate, and the 2025 BUCS champions are the University of Nottingham. Well, he was straight in there, wasn't he, for that trophy lift, and now they pose for the pictures that I'm sure within seconds will be all over social media declaring Nottingham the champions. Thoroughly deserved victory here at Loughborough University. They've beaten the hosts of BUCS Big Wednesday by 59 points to 49 to claim the championship, and they will celebrate long into the day. For Hannah Shaw, I'm Daniel Routledge. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.